to that person.
To that person.
To that
Next
person.
time I'm going to be on that show, it's going to be like a fucking seance.
It's been nice talking to you.
Yeah.
You were a nice guy.
Bill, you were a nice guy.
You know, Robert, you
Yeah,
really.
thanks. I'm here, Danny.
You really did some good things.
You were a terrific guy, Robert. You used to tell really great jokes. What do you mean? Still do. I still do. Oh yeah.
We want to watch you on HBO.
Yeah,
Over and
used to be in
over.
the Partridge Family. Then he wound up boxing other celebrities. I wonder how he feels now about beating the shit out of Gary Coleman.
Oh, did he really?
Well, no, him and Bob
It was-
Levy got into a fight.
Bob Levy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Who's Bob Levy?
Bob Levy, Bob Levy, he's a stand-up comic.
I'm
Also.
sure I heard the name before, but,
But,
it's not.
So now you're in
Not
Arizona.
official.
You're back in Arizona. What do you got? I don't know what you want to talk about because we didn't talk about what we want to talk about. I know what's going on, but what do you
Well, I have
got
to get a
going on
liver
with stuff?
transplant. That's
Huh?
why I'm here.
Yes, you're waiting for a liver, which
Yeah.
is and you actually educated me a lot with that organ. I didn't realize that the way the liver works is if somebody takes a piece of their liver, their
You can
piece.
get a living donor, or you can get a cadaver donor, as Danny would refer to me.
Wow.
And
Nice.
Yeah, that's great. If Danny could name my show, it would be called Night of the Living Dead. Yeah, somebody can donate part of their liver. It's actually a lobe, and they take out your whole liver. They give you a piece of theirs, and theirs grows in you into a whole new liver, and what's left of theirs in them, regenerates into a whole liver. It's the only organ that does that.
which is pretty cool.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah. Well, you know, when I first got on the list, see, they don't use beepers anymore because of cell phones. So they give you a cell phone that is from the hospital, and you
Wow.
can't use it for, it's like a phone you give your kids where you can't dial out.
Hmm.
You can only get incoming calls, and they have your number, and that's it. You don't even have the number to give to anyone else.
Mm.
And I was on stage performing in Chicago, and the phone's buzzing. I mean, it was on vibrate, and it's like buzzing in my jacket pocket, and I'm like, oh shit! I'm like 15 minutes into a set. It's the second show on a Saturday night. The show started at like 10:30. There's going to be no flights out of Chicago to get back to Mayo Clinic, and you literally have like 4 hours to get to the hospital.
Wow.
And I tell the audience, I had my phone's ringing, and I got to get it. And the audience, I didn't tell the audience what I'm going through. So now I got to tell the audience, you know what? I'm on the transplant list at Mayo Clinic in Phoenix, and I got to get this. This could be it.
And then
And then I answer the phone, and this guy goes, "Hi, this is Jack from AT&T. I just want to know if you're happy with the service."
Oh.
You've got to be shitting me.
That's the best
And
bit
all
ever.
I'm thinking is that I don't have call waiting, and they could really be calling with the liver, and my line's going to be busy because this guy's jerking me off on the phone.
Jesus.
how was the coverage? Was it good?
Coverage was good there. I used to have Sprint, and I was in, I don't know if it's Atlanta or where was I, where the headquarters for Sprint is. And I was staying in a Hyatt that literally was across the street from the headquarters of Sprint, and I couldn't get a fucking signal.
That's pretty good.
That's funny. So, if you get this liver, I mean, obviously, that's job one, goal one. I mean, and then from that, I mean, you got to be anxious to probably get back on the road and.
Yeah, no, I want to go. I want to go on the road. I had to cancel dates. I mean, it's. I got really sick, and it's. There were dates that I showed up where I would. I could do the show Thursday night and Friday, and come Saturday, like one of the shows, I can't get up in the dressing room. I mean, the guy Phil that you met that was with me is he literally had to get me to my feet to go on stage, and sometimes you're in a lot of pain, and they can't give you pain medication really because everything gets metabolized by your liver.
Yeah, that's the problem. Everything is.
Well, you ways to get rid of it.
But
Takes me to a dispensary in LA, And then all of a sudden, I get called in, 3 doctors, and I go, and I said, no, why? And they said, really? Because it's THC in your urine and in your blood. And so that's your first and last warning. The next time you do that, at 6 months, you're off the list.
Wow.
Then after,
Hello?
don't screw around with that.
No, you can't. All right, man. Your phone's crapping out on us.
Sure, Mickey Mantle.
Yeah, well. So,
Phone's crapping out, or I'm not funny enough.
no, your phone's crapping out. You there?
Too bad. No, I hear you perfectly.
Oh, there we
Okay,
go.
now we hear you.
There it is.
Now it's good. We were
hear
just
you perfectly.
we were crapping up. So, what's the actual, like? Obviously, they didn't give you a timeline, and I know what's going on right now. We're
They didn't give me a timeline. Well, if I don't get it, I probably won't be here in a year. So they told me that I am at end stage right now. So the thing is that, I mean, you met Phil, so, I mean, I'm not going to keep it a secret that there's a guy that wants to be a living donor. So he's being tested right now at Chicago, at University of Chicago Hospital.
Mhm.
And if he passes the test, then he wants to be the one to do it. And he's a cancer survivor and read my book. And I've been talking to him every day for about a year and a half. And when he found out I was in trouble, he was like, you know what, you did something for me, I want to do something for you. So if I get him, then you literally just pick out a date in the calendar with the doctor, and you say, how about next Wednesday, and that's when you do it. If I don't get to do it that way, then you have to wait on the list, and it could be, I think right now, in this country right now, there's something like 16,000 people ahead of me waiting
Wow.
for a liver. So the number one place to get a transplant, in case anybody's interested, is Jacksonville, Florida, because they have a no helmet law there. So the turnover rate is really quick. I swear to God, I'm not making it up. He told me at Mayo Clinic, you can get listed at more than one hospital, and there's a Mayo in Jacksonville. And if you get on the list there, there's a chance that you could wind up with a liver, like in less than 2 weeks. That's where Greg Allman just had his surgery done.
Wow.
It's the same thing with Tennessee, and that's where Steve Jobs had his done. The only problem is that Greg Allman lived like less than 4 hours away from the hospital. So when they called him, he could do it. If they called me here, I would never make it to Jacksonville in time.
Sure.
If you don't make it, the way it works is they call you. If you don't answer the phone, you have 30 minutes to call them back. If you don't, they give it to someone else. If you do get it, you have 4 hours to get to the hospital.
Wow.
So no, it's definitely crazy. It really is, and it's like.
And going through a divorce at the same time.
Yeah.
Oh, that's.
And you want to hear the really great thing? My ex-wife's a perfect match.
Now, which one? The first one or the second one?
The first one. But she said that she really doesn't, She said, why? Give you half my liver so you can cheat on me with somebody else after? I said, I'm not going to fuck them with the liver. It's not like I'm getting a dick transplant. I mean, that would be different. She said, I'll give you half of my dick, but then what kind of wife are we talking about here?
Yeah, that's...
Wow, maybe...
And really, like
kill her.
You should kill her. There you go. Like invite her over
people.
and push her down the stairs and be like,
Something.
oh my
This
God,
is-
what a horrible accident. And look, her liver
It
is
just
perfect.
fell out the body.
Okay.
That's
If you could get a dick transplant, believe me, I would be having Lexington Steel sign a donor card real fast.
Oh, man. So, well, hopefully, I mean, it looks, from what me and you were talking about, it looks like Phil looks like a possible good match.
Yeah, no, Phil is a blood type wise, he's a perfect match. It's just that he had cancer, you know, a year and a half ago, and I know they were testing him like, well, after you and I saw him, he was going in and had to get a liver biopsy, and I think they were doing something else to check to see if there was any residual chemotherapy in his liver, because then they can't do it. But then after that, if he gets cleared from those tests, then he would fly out here, go to Mayo, pass their exam, which is nothing compared to the stuff that he's going through now.
Yeah, I know.
And then that's it. We would just set a date, and that would be it.